Hi there, welcome back to our series on YouTube. This tutorial series is brought to you by O3 School's JAMB app. And if you're hearing about this app for the first time and you don't know what it is, O3 School's JAMB app is an app made for students. It is basically to help them with their preparations. Normally, a student would make preparations before going to sit for examination. So whatever preparations you think you need to make for your examinations, I promise you O3 School's JAMB app has got you covered. The app is available for download on Play Store. All you have to do is download it, activate it for a sum of 3,000 Naira only. It's a one-time payment. Note that it's a one-time payment only. You just pay once and then your app is activated. You have access to all the features of the app, all the app has to offer, ranging from unlimited past questions that you can search based on topics. Like you can click on the subject, click on the topic that you want, and the app will search for past questions on that topic out. Then there's also a classroom where you can get notes, explanations on topics that you find difficult. There's also a UTME challenge every weekend, that's every Saturday by 10 a.m. Apart from the fact that would help you with practice and time management, you also get to win lots of amazing prizes. So by the time you're now actually writing the exam, it doesn't feel so strange or so difficult, so strenuous anymore. Less nerves, So that's it for the O3 Schools JAMB app. If you haven't downloaded it, do yourself a favor, download it and you would not regret it. So today we're looking at the covenant. This is, a topic in the syllabus provided for UTME by JAMB. So first off, what is a covenant? What is it about? A covenant is simply an agreement between parties. Or let's say two or more parties. A covenant is an agreement between two or more parties where each party, holds up their end of the bargain. You don't just promise to hold up your end of the bargain. You actually, hold on to it. All parties involved in the covenant agree, based on the terms stated in the covenant. They agree and they actually carry out their own end of the agreement. Now, a covenant can be conditional, or unconditional. Conditional if the covenant depends on, stipulations. If there are stipulations given, then you say the covenant is conditional. If parties do not hold up to their own end of the bargain, the agreement is off. But it is unconditional if there are no stipulations. An example would be God's covenant with Noah. Since we are dealing with CRS, why not? A biblical reference. So God's covenant with Noah. God, after the flood, God made a covenant with Noah and, every living thing, every living creature. He said, never again will I destroy the earth with flood. Now, in that covenant, Noah didn't have to do anything. He never said, Noah, you and your descendants, you worship me, and in return, I will not destroy the earth with flood anymore. God just promised to never destroy the earth with water. So in that covenant, it is unconditional because Noah doesn't have to do anything to benefit from that promise. So it would have been conditional if he had to do something. So if he didn't do it, then God will not hold up his own end of the bargain. The agreement will be off, but there was no condition. So that's an example of an unconditional covenant. Next, we look at the types of covenants. First off, we have the Parity covenant. A Parity covenant is a covenant between equals. That means the parties involved in the covenant are on, you know, equal footing, equal rank, or equal status, you know. So it could be between individuals or groups or countries like nations. So as long as the parties involved are on equal footing, we refer to it as a parity covenant. And in the Bible, we have examples of such covenants, like the covenant between David and Jonathan, you know, the covenant between Jacob and Laban, his uncle, the covenant between Abraham and Abimelech. All these are examples of, you know, parity covenants in the Bible. And then we also have the Suzerain covenant, which is like the opposite. So a suzerain covenant is a covenant between unequal parties. This is where our focus is mainly going to be on. So we're going to be looking at God's covenant with Noah, God's covenant with Abraham, God's covenant with Israel. So this will be our major focus: God's covenant with Noah, God's covenant with Abraham or Abraham, God's covenant with Israel, the old and the new covenant. That's what we are going to be focusing on. So we look at the significance of covenants. God's covenant with his people serves as a guide for their everyday living. So that's the significance of God's covenant with his people. It serves as a guide. I mean, you now know the conditions stated. You know what you have to do to make God do his own in return. So God's covenant, it serves as a guide, you know, guiding them. The choices that you have to make every day, you rely on God's covenant with his people to make your choices. As long as you consider yourself one of God's people, you have to rely on the covenant, because automatically the covenant covers you. So you have to rely on the covenant to make your daily choices. And then the implications or the consequences would simply be that you would miss out if Christians on the blessings. So the covenant is conditional. It is not unconditional. Covenant that God has with his people is conditional. So if you do not obey, if you break it, then there is no agreement anymore. So you would miss out on the blessings that what God gives to his people. That's it for covenant. A covenant is simply an agreement between parties where the parties have to fulfill their own end of the bargain. A covenant can be conditional and unconditional, and there are two major types: parity covenant, one between equals, and suzerain covenant, one between unequal parties, which is going to be our major focus. Very shortly, we'll be looking at God's covenant with Noah. We'll look at his covenant with Abraham, his covenant with Israel, both the old covenant and the new covenant. We said the significance of covenants. God's covenant with his people serves as a guide The covenant is not unconditional, so it serves as a guide for their choices and the implications. If they do not obey the covenant, they will miss out. So I'll see you in the next class where we will treat God's covenant with Noah.